Sorry for the delay. I was getting some new settings synced up. Coffee. Yes, I know some of you are going to say I'm crazy for drinking coffee this late at night. Little do you know, I'm just crazy. So, all right, so we gonna work on this ugly guy, who I think is gorgeous right now. Obviously, we got a few up. I want to do the horns. I want to get some detailing on the face, and I'm gonna do the horns, nails, and well, yeah, again, these are horns. Probably finish off these manacles, restraints. Don't get excited. All right. So, in order to do the touch up, I'm going to need some, not that, dark vermilion from Vallejo. The horns, I want to do in black and then dust them in brown. I'm going to start with Abaddon black. I was thinking about using the coal black from Pro Acryl, but I don't feel like cracking it open just yet. I'm debating, do I want to do these horns in a white? I was thinking, reach over and grab my bone white. And I'm gonna mix my lead belcher with some dark warm gray to add a metallic hue to some of the to the manacles and the chains, and the torch. A little further over? No, not really. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to slide a little forward or zoom out, but I'm too lazy to do that right now. Not that I don't love you guys or anything. I am feeling much better now. Thanks, Jess. Turns out 2 days of sleep does wonders. Still gonna need to do some more gray back here. Did kind of come over it a little more than I intended. And then I think I'm gonna muddy up the base, but that's gonna be about the last thing I do. One of the perks of taking 2 days off of work and sleeping, I can actually talk again. Big boy is big, so I can't exactly put him on one of these. All right. Where to start? Let's start with touch. Give it a good shaking. Remember, shake paints, not babies. All right. So I got my trusty number 2 because I'm trying to blend the coverage in, and I'm going to use a little bit of extra wetness on the brush to help the spreading of the paint. Didn't go quite down to the belly, but I don't want that much. I'm going to dab off a little. And then Once I get it on, I want to diffuse it a little. I'm going to use this really stiff dry brush. It's not quite so sharply on there. And to feather it out a little. Am I coming in better now, Jess? Oh, that's going to be dark. I don't want the dark vermilion for that. That's going to be underside. I want the darkest shade that I worked with, which was not burnt cadmium red. It was... That was not gory red either. Nocturnal red. Let's see if there's any more top-facing stuff. Touch here. Here. A little more there. If you, that's Laura. She is making eggs for, what is it, for a party tomorrow? So, Halloween potluck. She's making spooks. Take the nocturnal red. Go ahead and put a splotch in the middle as well. What I'm going to do with that, and take some of this. I've got my in-between shade. Some places. Where else did I screw the fingers? Yeah, you can hardly see. Well, you can where I patched it in. Going back over it with this dry brush. All right. I'm satisfied with that for now. Number 1. Shoot. And Abaddon Black. Oh, I'm excited about something. Kid Thomas is going as the knight from Hollow Knight, so we made some badges, and I just did a quick base coat, highlight color on these, and then mounted them to tie-tack backs. But these are going to be a fun addition to his costume. The channeled nail. I really should have checked the final dimensions. If you saw a grown man carrying it, you would think that they were compensating for something. It's a little on the big side. Right. Yeah. Slide some stuff around. Hello, Dot Dot. So I have mentioned before the travails that I was having with some of my airbrushes. Specifically my Grex airbrushes. And that was a huge surprise because of quality products. So just to refresh the story in anybody's mind, I had a really clogged 3 nozzle on my Grex Genesis XT. It's a pistol grip airbrush. Very nice. Very comfortable, very easy to teach people to airbrush with. It's the only airbrush my children will use. They don't feel comfortable with any other. And I get that. It's a hand size thing. But so I was cleaning the nozzle because it had gotten thoroughly clogged, and bought a replacement kit because Grex sells replacement kits, but they don't sell them specifically for the Genesis XT. They do sell them for the XGIs. It's like, well, let's try it. Looked up, the nozzle's supposed to work. Ordered it. It came as described. The problem is it's 3-part kit. So there's the needle, there's the needle cap, and there is the fluid nozzle. And the fluid nozzle was what I had broken when I was trying to clean it. And I did it by being a great ape and cranking on it too hard. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting some real Tim Curry in Legend vibes here. Anyway, the I put it never worked right. It always had backflow into the air chamber. That's not cool. Um, Today I was like, I've got some time because I'm home, and I tried out the .7 that I ordered at the same time. The .7 worked perfectly. So what that told me was that it was an issue with either the cap, the needle cap, or an issue with the nozzle itself. So I called Greg. Grex is in California. So Danny at Grex, yes, I'm calling him out because he was spectacular. In less than 10 minutes, he got the serial number off my brush and got the whole story, what the problem probably was, and had my parts ordered. Gratis. Spectacular customer service, spectacular knowledge of his product. I didn't have to describe it even as well as I have on this. It sounds like this is what's happening. He just had it, and I was very, very impressed. So, massive props to Grex, and I'm looking forward to getting my replacement parts, and I will be using those on the stream very soon. Especially because I want to do some more camo on Battle Mix, and I really enjoy doing camo patterns with an airbrush. It's fairly easy. I walked you through doing ink gradient while doing this bad boy, and it's even more straightforward because you drain the old color and then you just start the new. Especially, or if you're doing something like a sand camo, which I have fun with. I like doing desert camo. You can ask me in person how I feel about or what happened to my favorite desert camo mech, but I won't say it on stream. Anyway, yeah, really getting a good Lucifer thing going on here. And some of you are thinking, everything else has got these graded colors. You know, why are you going plain here? Just base coating. I'm base coating over the entire model's base coat. So instead of doing color grading with airbrush, I'm going to do color grading via multiple layers of dry brushing. I think that looks solid. All right. Toenails white or black? I do the toenails black. I kind of need to do the fingernails black. I'm thinking all the nails should be black. No white nails. If anybody's joining from YouTube, hello. I know most of the stuff I've posted up there has been um, time lapses of 3D prints. If that's your thing, don't worry. I'll keep doing those. I do a lot of 3D printing because I think it's fun. My brush is too dry. There. But some people may have noticed I've switched the name of my Twitch stream to not cause confusion with another project. I think I can comfortably announce this as Saturday night we are doing the first recording for the brand new Retro Gaiden podcast. I will be one of the co-hosts along with John and Charlie. We met each other through Retro Game Squad, which has since kind of retired. Alex and Jeff had abilities they needed to handle and just could not handle the cadence, and that happens. They've been doing that podcast for more than 10 years, so, I mean, I will frankly miss my Retro Game Squad podcast. I always look forward to their episodes. It was a highlight of my drive. I consider Alex and Jeff friends, and I wish them all the best. And I hope to see them in person. They don't live that far. But John still wanted to have that kind of creative outlet. So he approached Charlie and I and said, hey, I want to do a podcast, and you guys know retro games. And I was flattered but not sure about it. But it inspired me to start these channels, and so I have to thank him for that. And we're having our first recording session this weekend. So we will be coming to all your favorite places to listen to podcasts sometime very soon. We'll also have a YouTube and a Discord presence, which will be announced on the show. And in case I haven't said it in the last 5 seconds, I'm really enjoying this model. Now I understand why Lila Mev does mostly big stuff, because boy is it fun. Don't get me wrong, loves me my Battletech. I'm working on a couple of these verdant chickens, but this is fun. I'm able to do more detail I usually get to do, and blend colors in ways that I don't normally do, because frankly, I'm not as good as people like Lila Mev. I'm working on it, but also, once again, shout out to Lila Mev, the Mini Witch. I've learned a lot from her. She could use time to throw her way by watching some of her stuff on YouTube or subscribing to her channel. She's going through some stuff, and she is a great voice in the community. So, watch her stuff. Recently, she steered me away from a product I'd been eyeing up. Turns out, after watching her use it, I'm really glad I didn't order it. It does not work like it should. So, convenience, but that was not convenient. Excuse me. I need to shift on my brush size. Nice and clean. So I can do the fingernails. Tip this up a little. Oh, hey, this is much better. I just realized why things look so small. Hey, what these on. Oops. Just a little bit of magnification I get out of these makes it all the difference in the world, because I can actually see more detail in how the paint is flowing out of the brush. This paint is too thick. I thought I efficiently thinned this font, but apparently I have not. Let's fix that, shall we? All right. That already sounds better. Oh, yeah. Double zero. Why am I using a double zero? See if. Apparently, Toby wants to play. This one has split. Need to fix that. Switch over to this one. This one never fails me. Definitely getting better. It's got two sets of eyes. Toby, you already had dinner. That's good. Okay. Put him over here. Grab the beans. Yes, from the mold, they look like that's part of, that looks like it should be covered with flesh. So what I'm going to do, I am painting it black, but then I'm going to go back over and bring it down with, or bring it up with some browns. It'll look like the black bones are trying to burst through. Whereas these on top, these are clearly poking out. They're going to get black and purple and then a brown dry brush, but I'm not going to go as hard at it with the brown. In fact, I'm going to go back over these right at the base with a pink, make the flesh flame, and I have the exact shade of pink in mind. I love pink horror. One of my favorite names for a color. I mean, I also like Screamer pink, but come on, that's not really pink. I'm just saying. Brush is a bit dry. I am still debating on eye color for this guy. There's a big part of me that wants to go purple for the eyes. Got this fun Drushi Violet that I'm going to be hitting all the exposed horns with. That made me think I want to go purple for the eyes. And then go over top the purple eye with a red glaze. All right. Put this aside. Bring Big Boy back. Where did I take this from? Oh, right there. Okay. Now the purple I was thinking. That's the correct blue one. There it is. All right. Idle on purple. So I'm going to go ahead and test that on the paper because what else is your paper for? Am I crazy or is that looking more like a wash? I think that's a wash. Oh. Well, there's always Xerius purple. And that's just wet. I think that's the color I'm going to go with. Grab that little double O. Give this a vigorous shake. There we go. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. And then I've got a nice red glaze. One of my favorite paint names. The other one being Blood for Blood God. Let's see how this lines up. Okay. Mm, not feeling that. So reach for this again. Do a big swipe. Okay. I kind of like that. What if I went the other way? Got this Blood Angel's red that I never seem to use. It's from the Citadel Contrast line. What if? That's a nice shade. We go over it. Add along purple. Not entirely convinced that's right either. So then we're going to reach for Blood for the Blood God, which desperately needs a shade. That just